Okay, back again. We've got more brand videos for you. Clue is behind me. We are on the Duotone stand right now. So they have got all the sail ranges here, but we are going to focus on one particular range and one particular discipline. This is the warp fin. Now, this is the same sail that Jenna Gibson banged the record. I think she beat it 6 times, and the last one was on that setup. So we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the speedboard.
And the guy that didn't break the record.
And the guy that's freaking quick. But why doesn't he do speed? That's my first question. Why don't you do speed?
Let's say it like this. Let's say it like this. You have 2 kids now, right?
Yeah, okay.
I have a second one on the way. I'm
Do you?
Oh, you don't know?
I didn't know.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm lucky,
End of
yeah.
August. End of August. So how much time will I have left to do speed sailing?
Yeah, you're going to be in trouble, mate.
Yeah, I think so too.
You're going to be in trouble. But yeah, I have to say, this guy is one of the quickest that I line up about. We're just doing a start line video.
I'm always motivated. I'm motivated when I see you.
I'm
like
looking
this.
so quick, and then you just go, "Jah!" And then halfway through this, "Jah!" Anyway, you're quick. What's the quickest you've ever been? This is obviously Jordy Vonk. if you
Yeah,
don't know.
it's not so quick because I think it was here with Tramontana on the 99-liter slalom board doing 44 knots or
You've
something.
never done actual speed. Have you ever been on a speedboard?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
testing the new speed boards a little bit, but the conditions were not great. So I was doing over 40 knots on 500 meter with like 6.8 and a 55 wide, which apparently is not so bad.
Yes.
But I never had like like Antoine was doing like 44, and I was then doing 42.
Yes.
He was still a bit faster, right?
Yeah.
Still
He
gets
is
down.
he is the goat of that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he was testing a lot of things. He was also not really sharing exactly. Oh, he showed one number and that's it. No, like
Yeah.
that was it. But I've been doing very little speed sailing,
Yes.
and I can go pretty fast on slalom boards. But I want to get more into it. That's for
but
sure.
I have heard you boys and girls are getting more into your speed. Obviously, Jenna Gibson,
It's
she lit the fire.
Yeah, a little bit, of course,
Yeah.
because in the end we make products and they seem to work. So I'm like, I should use them too. Now, what's really cool, and I think it's explained a little bit already in the factory video, is that we're not making boards from molds anymore.
Okay.
And normally, you want to produce an X amount of boards, right, to be, make it cost efficient for it to
Yeah.
happen. Speed scene is big, but still, if you see what you sell on quantities in small speed boards, it's stuff
Yeah, it's a
that's
very niche.
it's very niche.
Yeah.
So the risk is high. These days in the market, everything goes low risk.
Yeah.
We make the board CNC. We can make
One
two.
off. Two off, yeah.
We can make two. Like we were working with the MTO system, made to order system. So we literally just produce the boards that are getting ordered. So there's very low risk, but in this way we were able to step back into the speed game again.
Okay.
So we were like, we make a 45, we make a 50, we make a 55. Then Jenna is like, I need smaller on the channel. And I don't know if it's confirmed or if I'm talking too much, but I think 40 is coming.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
how many people have a 40
Yeah.
in the world?
Me.
You have? You have a 40?
Two.
I think you can only use them in Luderidge, right?
Yeah.
They're unsaleable anywhere else. And then you can count 20 people going to Luderidge, of which not 18 are sponsored. So maybe you can sell 2.
Mine are like an ornament at home.
Oh yeah.
Like on the wall.
So it's commercially not interesting to do it, but we
Yeah.
can now.
But it's good for the brand. Like
It
and I've
is,
been
it
winding
is.
everyone up. Everyone who's been watching these videos will know. I'm trying to get the rivalry going because obviously we've got Antoine Albo. He's on Severn now. Vincent Woutners, another one of the quickest guys in the world, just gone to Patrick. Hans
Yeah.
Greisel still hasn't quite reached his full potential, I don't think. He's still on Pride. Could that reunite them? Because now, Albo. And then you're speaking to the Loft Boys. I'm thinking, ooh. And then I'll speak to you guys. Jenna's pushing it.
Yes.
Are we
yes.
getting new riders? Are we getting specific speed guys? Or are the slalom guys going to step up?
I think it's time for the slalom guys to step.
I think so too.
I'm struggling in 2 ways. I mean, slalom X, fin races,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, I'm fully focusing on, right?
Yeah.
Like that's my thing. That's what I'm good at. Then there's the foil.
Yeah.
Honestly, if this year the foil would not have been so good, I think I would have been like, you know what? skip the foil. Instead of the foil, take the speed and go.
Yeah.
But I'm doing pretty good in the foil.
I was about to say, and your name was mentioned by, when I was doing the previews, Jordy's name was coming up for podiums at the end of the year, just after the winter training. So I was thinking to myself, he's had a good winter.
Yeah, but I really feel like I have unfinished business on the foil.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of guys, you know, and when I listen to other guys in interviews, like, I have a shit result, so unlucky, and then you look at the guys in front and you go like, yeah, but I mean, those guys are fast too, and they...
Yeah.
You know, as easy
Only
as
one
can...
guy can win.
Exactly,
Only one guy second, you know,
exactly.
It's not
so,
easy.
I'm still doing too good in the foil to actually let it go.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the foil as well. And again, I really want to show what I can do there, because I think for a couple of years I've not been showing it.
Yeah.
And I think last year I had a good step up, and I think this year I was a bit more aggressive in the racing and paid off.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's the speed. I work a bit for Duotone as well. I have the second baby coming up. You know, it's like
juggling.
It's too much to do everything. It's too much. But yeah.
What's the difference? Because there's people out there going, well, what do you have to do? You're already fast. Surely you just get the gear, smash out the speed, come home, done.
I'm sure I still have a lot to learn with the speed.
What is there to learn? I want to know this.
You see the fin bags that those guys have.
Yes.
Yes, it's a lot, right?
It is.
I have 3 fins, one for the 55, one for the 50, and one for the 45. Actually, I don't even have those boards at the moment, but I have 3 fins, which Antoine told me were good, so I ordered them. Don't even know if they're the same. Probably they're not.
But I have to say, maybe I've said this before, but Vincent Wagner, I met him in La Palme a couple of years ago now, and we were going through equipment. And he showed me the fin he was using. It looked like a rat had nibbled the leading edge, not the trailing edge, the leading edge, the top, and he was flying. He was doing whatever.
I had the same with some fins.
Looking at it going, how do you feel safe on this thing? But it was his practice fin. But I was still like, I wouldn't even feel safe with that thing. So,
no, but I still believe, especially Rivalries, there is some technique.
Have you been?
No, never.
Okay, anyone out there want to sponsor this man to go to Rivalries and the family?
There's a button right here. Please donate.
It would be interesting. When we were in Rivalries, I was like, I would love to see the top slalom guys. Not to say you would all do well, because people have gone and not done well.
Yeah, but now it's the same time as China and Japan.
Okay, yeah, so it is a decision.
It's a decision, and you gotta choose.
Yeah.
And let's say it like this: I don't think I will foil all my life.
Yeah.
I think I will do fin all my life.
Speed is coming. He's already warming it up.
I think it will come, you know, and I don't know if it's in 2 years or next year, or I will see. But I'm triggered.
I was about to say, there's got to be something in there. Like if I'm as quick as you are on a slalom board, I am thinking, I wonder how fast I can go.
Sure.
You know, because
but also
what's your fastest speed ever?
So 44 knots or something.
You know where this is going?
6 knots slower than you.
I'm quicker than this guy.
And there's the trigger, no? Like I'm passing people which have higher top speeds than me.
Like by not even passing it. You are.
Okay. But
it goes past me like, especially on the Insta360 when I move it. It looks like, it literally looks like you just go like this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, also now you're on freeride gear, right? Which obviously is not as quick, and I think. If you would be on racing gear, I would still pass. You would, man. You are ridiculously fast. It's unbelievable. I say this often, and it is. I think a lot of people think this. They want to see the guys that are up there in the racing. They want to see the Match X, the Nico Preens. They literally want to see them all at Rivalries. Because you know, Vincent Wagner's, like you say, you're lining them up with him here. You're flying past it. No disrespect to Wagner, but he knows what to do on a speed course. Yeah, 100%. And like you say, their stance, if you haven't followed the speed... I need to get used to putting the boom there. Boom down, short lines, and it's like, it's so different, isn't it? And it was actually funny because I went to La Palme one time, 3 days with Principe. Yeah. And he's like, Jordy, what are you doing? Your lines are way too long. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, I'm sure it's easier for me to tweak myself towards speed than it is for slower guys. Yes, you know, because the feeling is there. You just need to adjust that feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, what can I say? It will come. I promise.
Okay, watch this space because I am excited. I'm going to be pumping up the speed, pumping up the rivalry. We've got a few changes. I'm going to get the brands all pushing. GPS speed, if you've not signed up to the Water Speed app as well, because I want to get these guys on that because that's actually
I signed
pretty
up now.
entertaining. Yeah,
I signed
okay,
up
good.
now. I've
'Cause
not been too active yet.
No, but it would be good because I think when we see you guys on there, the mere mortals amongst us, you know, and some people surprise themselves. It's just lovely to see what's everyone doing around the world. So I think that's also cool.
Sure.
We can have a look at some other boards because obviously there is a few of the boards that have kind of stayed the same.
Yeah, we have. I would say we're here at the Defi, so we have the Blast, which is I think our best board for the Defiwind.
Yeah,
Easy, stable, energy saving, and
yeah. Your average guy cruising, quick
Blast.
enough. Yeah.
Perfect. New for this year, which I think is quite an exciting board, is our new Ultra Free Wave. Really goes more towards the freestyle wave boards that were there, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe.
Yeah, okay.
So instead of pure wave riding, which a lot of free wave boards are right now, but people are using these boards on lakes and
Blasting around.
go to Garda, you see free wave boards.
Yeah.
It's not a single wave to be seen. In Holland, on lakes where it gets choppy, no wave to be seen, but they're on wave boards. That's why I decided to change that concept more to pump and jump.
Yeah.
You can do spokes, flacas, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
If
We
you're
are
able to
seeing-
do it.
We know, but we are seeing more brands going down that way.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of like becoming the storm board as well. You know, south of France,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cat, windy. You know, they don't want a slalom board. They don't want to scare
plus-
themselves
plus-
silly, but they want to go quick enough.
I mean, if you're a waveboard,
Yeah.
you're not testing them here to see how stable they are on the straight line,
No,
right?
I'm not.
No, they should fucking bottom turn, top turn, accelerate to jump, and the rest you don't really care about.
Yeah.
But yeah, people want to be on waveboards, but they should actually skip all those things, right? So that's why we decided to make it a little bit less wave.
Yeah.
It does bottom turn, it does top
Yeah.
turn.
It is a bit
But-
of a Swiss Army knife. It does,
Yeah,
it does a
yeah.
lot of things, but the knife bit, the bit you use the most, is that kind of running. sort of thing.
Exactly.
We're humming and ahhing now because I was here last night. There was a few drinks getting thrown down by the boys on the Duotone stand, but this whole thing was blacked out. Why was it blacked out?
It was dangerous to. It was a dark room.
It was a dark room.
It was dangerous.
Alcohol in a dark room. I'm like,
You're still allowed to bend forward without any problems. No, I have 2026 gear with me for the photo shoot that's coming up soon. The products will get launched end of August. But you know, with preparation of the PR, advertisements, all that kind of stuff, these photo shoots are happening way before.
Yes.
Which is supposed to happen in the next days. Forecast is not
Come to
looking so
Portugal.
good.
That's
Yeah,
it.
maybe we go to Portugal. We need to change our plans anyway. But I had the gear here, and we were like, why not give a sneak peek?
yeah.
You know, like why not show the people already what's coming, make them a little bit hungry. So we had the new warp fin here, we had the new Falcon foil. What is it? Falcon fin.
Yeah. And you could basically come in, see it, touch it without
No
taking
picture,
any
no
pictures.
video, but you could
Yeah.
see. You know, we were telling the story already. A little bit of
Can you give a
information.
little tweak, a little sticky?
Going back to speed, we add a little size. We add the 6.2 again, between the 6.7 and 5.7, new sizes. Because you want to be more in that sweet spot.
Yeah.
When you're speed sailing, the 1 meter gap in the small sizes is too big.
Yeah.
I will still use 5.7, 6.7, 7.7, so it's not to force people to buy more sails.
Yeah.
Please do so if you want.
Yeah, but it is in those
you
small
know, like
sizes.
in slalom mix, I will reach 3 sails and I will skip that 6.2. But I will have it for the Defi and for some speed sailing.
Yeah.
So we put that one in, and also thanks again to the custom CNC process that we do now. Normally we were changing the medium board, and then we're focusing on a small board. We changed the 60 wide, the 63 wide, the 68, the 72, the 76, the 80, and the 85. All new.
I feel like the fin's
All
coming
new.
back. I don't know. I just have
And
this,
it's like, I think we should put some old boards and new boards next to each other, because sometimes you go like yeah, but looks the same, right?
Yeah.
Completely different.
Really?
Deck shape different, tail different, boards are shorter, higher rails, all different.
Okay.
And I'm super excited. I'm super excited because
We did have a chat earlier.
No, but it's like
Faster, chimes better, early
Yeah,
plays,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
when it goes bad. No, these ones actually are. So I don't know how we're going to sell this. It's like,
we kind of said like the problem is that if you make very small tweaks and you sell it as better jibing, faster, lighter, stronger, la la la. The moment it's actually coming down to this,
Yeah.
it's like I'm gonna tell them now. What I actually do now is that we have some prototypes around, you know, and I'm just putting people
Yeah,
on the board.
just try 'em.
Just go.
that's always the best way. I think everyone.
Feel it yourself, have fun,
And that is one
and
thing that you guys have definitely got going. You've got good test centres pretty much
so
around the world
important.
now.
You know, it's so easy for us to gather feedback.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of construction, durability, in terms of performance. You know, we had one time a test where the board didn't came out so good, and it was like alarms going off, like, oh my god, what did we do? You know, and we're checking with the centers, and the people are really happy. You know. But if you don't have these centers, you don't have that other feedback. You know, these test magazines, they can be depending on one guy having maybe not the best time of the day and whatever, right? So I think having all the Duotone Pro centers in Tenerife, in Torbole, in you know, like it's nice, you know, like but also for people, no, like they can go there, try it out. Do you like it? Go back home and you can get yourself one. So it's double promotion in that way.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much. We do have. Do we have? Where is he? I did see a new team rider floating around. We're going to try and bring him in. He's had a rough night. He's only young though, isn't he? How old is he? Is he old enough?
Sasha, are you 18? You had to show show your ID last night or no? Or you were only drinking Coca-Cola?
He's actually bigger than I remember. Hang on, you're going to have to go this side.
Only Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, new rider on the team.
Yeah.
Youth IFCA world champion, was world champion last year.
Yeah.
I did an interview with him last year. I've still got it. It's actually a really good interview. But he's now changed brands. So I was like, I was going to play it at the beginning of this year, but now he's obviously on Duotone. But I still could pump out that interview. New team, motivated.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, I'm motivated.
Nearly top 10 in Guadeloupe.
Nearly, I have to work again a bit, but I'm happy. I just have to work. I'm happy with the gear. The gear is fast, so I just want to give my best to reach a bit, to reach my goals.
Yeah. For people who don't know, give us a little bit of your background, where you grew up, where you're sailing. What's your?
Okay, I come from Guadeloupe, little island in the French Caribbean. Now I'm living in France, next to l'Almanach, famous spot, so could I say, and I'm training.
Can I say some good boys there? Who are you training with?
Yeah, I'm training with a good friend of mine, Elliot Joly.
Yeah.
He has been vice world champion in youth category, so we are always fighting together for something, for the title, or I don't know, but we are always fighting and training together, and now it's snowing, so we are partying a bit together, so.
But just a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Favorite discipline, foil or fin?
Fin.
Fin.
5'8" full power is, I think, is like the best thing on earth.
Yeah, because it is interesting. Obviously, people who've been following the live stream would have known. You know, I sometimes see these names come up which I've never seen before, and yours was one of them, Jolly as well. You know, and I'm like looking at these guys. I don't know the ages at one point, and then I'm seeing you're competitive. This was last year or even the year before. Last year.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, then you start realizing that you boys are young, and it looks so good to see you boys pushing through. I mean, it's nice.
I mean, we love the sport. If we love, we've got the passion, so we just want to give our best. We love competing also, and we are competitors, so we want to push, we want to go faster, and one day maybe to fight with those guys, you know?
Yeah. He's a beast.
Still trying.
Is he a beast? How do you, when you're lining up with him, how are we looking?
He knows really good the gear, he's fast.
Yeah.
It was nice because the first time I was a bit faster.
Yeah.
And he came a bit asking like, but how am I compared to the others? Am I really bad or is it okay? I was like, no man, it's fine. But then we were testing. And then what happened when you put the new board?
Fuck, the next board,
Really.
it will be really impressive.
It fits you good?
I think the board gained like 1 knot.
Okay, wow.
That was
really
crazy.
fast,
Like
yeah.
he came to the beach and he looks. He's like, "How you do this? Like how can you come up with this?" That was really cool. It was really cool.
The ball are really good. To be cool. To be cool.
Good job, boys. All right. We'll see you on the race course. We'll see you on the race course and
Definitely.
wherever we're going to see him. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We've got plenty more videos coming. Alfie, don't fall off the step. We'll see you for the next one. So if you like that video, we have plenty more like that from other brands. We've even got this one up here, or even this one up here. Subscribe to the channel. And if you do like what we're doing on Windsurfing TV, you can also chip in some beers.